Hello students. Today we will be doing nested for loop. So, what is a nested for loop? Nested for loop. I think you have heard the term before. For loop you already know. Nested for loop is nothing but a for loop inside a for loop. Another for loop inside a for loop. See here, I have written. I have written here this one. This outer loop. This outer loop. This outer I loop. I loop is the outer for loop, and j is the inner one. J is the inner one, inner inner for loop. So where these kind of things are used, these kind of nested for loop are used generally in double dimensional array. I think you have heard the term double dimensional array. I have already taught you, I have given a basic idea about single dimensional array. We have done few programs also. We will continue that, don't worry. And there is also another thing called double dimensional array that I think you will be having in class 10 and plus in class 11 and 12 also. So that is also very important thing, important concept to understand. And basically in class 9 and 10 you will be having more of nested for loop used in patterns and series. Patterns much come in program, patterns and series a lot. Mostly students are having problem in patterns and series and they don't understand it quite easily. Okay, patterns are very confusing and you need to understand those patterns clearly, very so that you can write it, you can frame the program in the examination hall itself while seeing the pattern. Okay, patterns is nothing but you say how a pattern is. Maybe 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this much only you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, wait. Let's see what pattern I have printed here in this program. See, the outer for loop int I equals to 1, I less than equals to 5. That means I value will travel from 1 to 5, as simple as that. See, j also, j equals to 1 initial value and j less than equals to 5, j plus plus. So j value will also travel from 1 to 5, but j for loop is inside inner loop. So for every value of I, j will travel from 1 to 5. That means j loop will run for 1, it will run from 1 to 5, that means 5 times. For 2 it will run for 1 to 5 times. So for 5, this is also 5, this will run 5, that means 5 into 5, 25 times this will run, inner loop will run 25 times. The inner loop will run and the outer loop will run for only 5 times. 1 to 5, as simple as that. You can see it. See this. So the pattern I have written is I first value is 1, 1 to 5, j also 1 to 5. Now I represents the rows, and j represents columns. J represents columns. That means what? See, 5 values I am taking because it is the most default value or default programs these are given, that 5 values are taken. Okay, 5 times the loop will run. This is a very basic thing. You can run the loop for 10 times also, but 5 times is the efficient, or you can say the easy way to understand, not more or not less. So it's efficient. See, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. Wait. 5. 1, 2, 3. See, now I have drawn this grid to make you understand. I value is always the row number. If I value is 1, that means it is row number 1, this row. this full row it is talking about. This full row it is talking about. So when I will be 1, that means J will go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. J will fill the columns of it. J will just fill the columns of it, nothing else. J will only fill those columns. That means if I value is 1, it will stay here 1. It will stay 1 only for the first time. Meanwhile, what will happen? It will go inside. J value is 1, so 1 will be printed here. Then J value will be 2, and I have printed every time the J value. So first J value is 1, 1 will be printed. Then again J value will increase, it will become 2, 2 will be printed. Then 3, 3 will be printed. 4, 4 will be printed. Then 5, 5 will be printed. Then the J loop will end after 5. It will come out and see after coming out of this J loop, you see here is there the J is printed, and after coming out here is a print ln. Print ln means what? Print ln will remove the cursor to the next line. So every time J is printed, the columns are printed. One first column is printed, it will go to the next line. Then again next line. Then I value will become 2. I value will become 2. See, it will go to the next line. I value is here 2. Here I value is 2. So for 2 it will be, this column will be filled. This particular column, second column will be, this second row will be filled, and these are all columns. So J will fill all the columns according to the row wise. So J again is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then again J loop will end. It will go to the next line. This is the next line, third line. So you can also say that I represents the line number and J represents the each column in that line. Okay, because column wise we are doing it like this, we will be printing. For the third value also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. J value became 5. After that it will go to the next line. I value will become 4. Again J will be initialized with 1. 1 will be printed. 2, 3, 4, 5. Again it will come to the fifth line, and again the same thing will be printed. This whole concept is how it is printed, value wise, like first this column will be printed, first this cell will be printed, then this cell will be printed, then this total thing. This is the very basics. This basics you need to understand that this is the way all the columns are filled. This is the way all the cells, each cells are filled. This is the way. Now they will give you what? Now they will give you, first they will say that the pattern will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, then 1. This will be the pattern. For example, these kind of patterns will be given. Maybe, for example, this pattern is given. How will you write this pattern? They will not say that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, they will say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the next line 1, 2, 3, 4, the next line 1, 2, 3, next line 1, 2, and last line will be 1. How will you do it? See, you can easily say now, because you have got the basic idea. You can very easily say, I also don't know how I am going to write this, but at this moment instantly I will go to show how to do it. See, this is very interesting. You can just see the pattern in the examination or in the question paper, and you can make it if you just know the basic things. See, I already told you that columns are printed by J. So first it will go from 1 to 5. Then it will go from 1 to 4, then it will go from 1 to 2, and then it will go from 1 to 1 only. That means what? That means if I just reverse the I loop, then what will happen? See, int I equals to 5, I greater than equals to 1, I minus minus, it is just the opposite thing, this is also 1 to 5 only, but just oppositely it will continue. From 5 to 1 it will go, from 5 to 1 it will go, the outer loop. Why I have done it? Just see. Why I have done it? Just see what will happen. Just see what will happen. You cannot take, this will be very easier if you just know how to do it. J loop will be as similar only like we did in the first I told you it will be same as before. No change, no change, no change, no change. Just wait and let me write it. Okay, see, just see. Now see, I loop is 5 to 1. You can see this, you can already see this, that this loop will be system. Okay, I'm not writing full. Okay, system dot out dot println. I'm not writing system dot out dot print. I'm just writing this print ln. No, sorry, just print. I'm not writing print ln. System dot out dot print. Okay, what will I print? I will print j. Done. I'm not writing full. Just imagine that it is system dot out dot print, not ln. Print ln will be here. S dot system dot out dot print ln. Ln will be here. Nothing will be printed. Just for it to go to the next line. I have given this. Okay, done. Now see. Just see. I is 5 to 1. It means the same only. Iteration will be same. It will be continue from 5 to 1 and 1 to 5. Then number of counting is same only. 1 to 5 is also 5. 5 to 1 is also 5. But the benefit, why I have done this? Because there we were having the condition. That 1 2 3 4 5 it will go. The j loop will go up to 5, then up to 4, then up to 3, then up to 2, then up to 1. So if I just decrease the value of I, if I write I in a opposite manner, in a decreasing manner, then I can easily write that this will not be equals to this. What it will be? This condition will be j less than equals to I. Bus. Done. Then j plus plus. Done. Then what will happen is, just imagine what will happen. First value of I is 5. It will enter. Then what will be the condition? J equals to 1, 1, 2. First value of j is I is 5. So first time j will be 1 to 5. It will print 1 to 5. It will go to the next line. Then I value will decrease by 1. It will be 4. Then again when it will come to the j loop, what it will be? 1 to 4. See the magic? 1 to 4. 1 to see. Just see. 1 to 4. Then again it will print 1 to 4. Then it will go to the next line. Coming out of the j loop, it will go to the next line. Then again I value will decrease by 1. It will be 3. Then again j loop will be 1 to 3. See, 1 to 3. Then again it will come out of the j loop. It will go to the next line. Again I value will decrease by 1. And again j will be 1 to 2. And last time j will be 1 to 1. Done. See, decreasing manner. We have just printed it. See, you got it? I think hope you understand. Just this programming, or how it is printed, whatever I taught you here, how it is, these all things are printed. You need to remember it. Bus kella fate. Bus. You just need to know how these all numbers are printed. First go and print these all things. 1 2 3 4 5. Again 1 2 3 4 5. This is the basic programming, basic pattern, very basic pattern, nothing else. You know how to do it. If you can do this, then the pattern will be a combination of this. Maybe they will give you again the opposite kind of pattern. Maybe the pattern will not be like the same before. It will be 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5. Now see, this is just the opposite pattern. We have done 1 2 3 4 5, then 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 1. Now this is just the opposite thing, just the opposite thing. How will you do this? Instantly just see how will you do this. How will you do this? I will first go from I will first go from 1 to 1, 1 to 1. Acha, 1 to 1. I will be 1 to 5 only every time. See, who said I will go from 1 to 1? You are not listening, I guess. See, and nobody told me in the comments. You should tell me in the comments that I have told you right or wrong. At that moment I was wrong. No, it will not go from 1 to 1. I is the number of lines. See, a very basic thing you see everywhere. What I told you, number of lines, you see 1 2 3 4 5, number 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. So obviously number of lines is 5. So I cannot be less than 5. I cannot be 1. I has to be 1 to 5 or 5 to 1 every time. I see this thing, you just know. I has to be 5 rotations. 5 rotations. 5 rotations. Okay, 5 rotations. I should have to be given outer loop has to be given 5 rotations, because you have to print 5 lines. Thus, now the problem is with the J loop. J will go from 1 to 1, 1 to 2. So that means this time we will write I equals to 1, I less than equals to 5, I plus plus. The same way we wrote, that only we have to write. Let's go to that page. Go to the first page. This programming we wrote. So this will be the loop this time for printing that 1 to 1. I loop would be what? Nothing. But just here you have to write. Here it will be here it will be J should be 1 to 1 less than equals to I. See, instantly I did the program. Just the condition you have to change, and bus, everything is done. I is 1 to 5, J is 1 to I. I first value is 1, so J is first time 1 to 1, second time it will be 1 to 2, third time it will be 1 to 3, fourth time it will be 1 to 4, fifth time it will be 1 to 5. Done. Just need to you follow the pattern. What pattern I gave you here? This is the pattern. See, the last value of J is always the line number. See, this is see, I told you the condition or the keynote. I last value is always the line number. See, 4. This is 5. This is 5. This is 5. This one is 5. Okay. So I last value J loop's last value. J last value is always the line number. So J loop always ends with the line number. Bus. So J is always the upper limit will be the value of I. Bus. Done. J is less than equals to I. When you print the value of J, it will come. So I told you very the previously I just told you that this thing you just need to remember. This grid 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5, like this grid you need to remember, that how it is getting printed. You just write this program and and just understand how all the elements are getting printed. If you can understand that, then you just need to do minor changes, and other other 3 4 patterns you can print very easily, and you can just make the patterns given on the question paper instantly in your own way. You can frame it in your own way. Okay, all the patterns you can, it will be very easy for you. So today I just discussed the patterns using nested for loop. Hope you understand. uh, Few programs I will try to give you. This program I already showed you, and you can just try it. You can take a screenshot also. Here we had this before. While seeing the video, you can just take a screenshot. You can try that program. You can compile it and check. And if you have any query, you can just post it in the comments section. Okay. Thank you. Stay safe. Bye bye.